Hello everyone, Tina here for Pinkfresh Studio. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, I'm excited to share a project with you filled with flutter. We're using the Pinkfresh Studio Fluttering Butterflies stamp sets. There's some beautiful greetings in here and lots of flutter, and including some greenery, which is really nice. To color in our images today, we're going to be using the coordinating Fluttering Butterfly Stencil. And then we're also going to be using the Fluttering Butterflies die sets to cut out our greeting and also the leaves and the butterflies that we're going to be inking up. We're going to start by doing some stamping. And I thought we would actually do some heat embossing with gold embossing powder. I'm going to add some white cardstock to my stamping positioner, and then I'm going to treat my cardstock with my anti-static powder. I'm going to go over my butterfly images with my watermark ink here. Okay, I'm going to lift up my panel. I'm going to bring in some gold embossing powder. And we're going to go ahead and add this. I'm going to go ahead and use my heat gun, and we're going to melt our butterflies. So we have some beautiful gold outlines. While my butterflies are still in my stamping positioner, I'm going to bring in another piece of cardstock. We're inking up this image with Pinkfresh Studio's Detail Black ink. And we're going to go ahead and stamp this. Lovely. Okay, we're not heat embossing this. We're just going to keep these images black and white. I'm also going to stamp the greeting that says, "Thank you for just being you." And I'm going to use the same Detail Black ink for this. Okay, we're going to put these to the side. We're going to take the coordinating stencil and stencil on our background here. So let's start with our first layer. We're just going to line it up right over our butterflies. We're going to start with bubblegum ink. And I'm going to add my first layer of color. We're just going to use, I'm using my Pinkfresh Studio 1/2 inch blending brushes for this because the areas on here are not that big. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my stencil. We're going to remove this layer. I'm going to keep my tape, and then we're going to add our second layer. For my second layer, we are using the Slumber ink pad, and then we're going to add a little color here. Let's wipe off the stencil and take a look. So far, beautiful. Now I'm going to take our third layer. We'll line this up. We're going to be using Marigold ink. And we're going to add some yellow. And that's all there is to that layer. Let's go ahead and wipe it off. And then we are going to take a look at our beautiful butterflies. For my butterfly bodies, I'm going to be using my Detail Black ink. And I'm going to go over these. Now I went over the leaf image here, and that's okay. I'm not going to be using the gold embossed leaves for my project today. Let's go ahead and take a look at our beautiful butterflies. Okay, let's put away our blending tools. We're going to bring in our Fluttering Butterflies die set. We're going to go ahead and die cut out our butterflies. And then I'm also going to die cut out this piece with the black and white. And then we're also going to die cut out our greeting. My butterflies are fluttering and I have my leaves. We're going to put these to the side and we're going to do a little bit more die cutting. I'm bringing in the Stitch Scallop Circle die set. I'm going to use the smallest one and I'm going to die cut that out with some white cardstock. And then I want a background for my circle. So I'm going to be using the Folk Ed circles and just die cut out a background circle with that. I'm going to run these through my die cut machine. I'm going to go ahead and separate my scalloped edges, and then I'm going to use the smallest, and I'm going to add some adhesive behind here, and I'm going to tack it to this circle. The circle underneath is just a little bit bigger, but I think that's going to work for me. Okay, I'm going to put this back in the package, and then I'm going to bring in, we're going to bring in some pattern paper. This is the Pinkfresh Studio. This is called The Simple Things, and we're going to take some of this bold pattern paper here, and then I'm also going to take one of the journaling bits from the same collection where I was looking at this tag. It kind of went really well with the pattern paper, so I'm going to take this tag, and I like that there's a gold eyelet on it. So we have I went ahead and threaded some twine through my tag, and then I trim my 6x6 paper down to an A2 size panel. We're going to go ahead and adhere this directly to the front of our card base. For my tag, I'm going to add some adhesive behind the tag, and then I'm going to mat this on a piece of white cardstock, and I want a little bit of a white border for this tag. So I'm just going to tack it down, and then just using my scissors, I'm going to trim the cardstock around it. I'm going to go ahead and add my tag towards the left of my card base. Then I went ahead and tied a bow with it. For my card today, we're going to go ahead and take our first image. I'm going to add glue behind the base of my leaves. So I'm going to add this at an angle. I'm going to add my circle. I think I'm going to put it right in the center of my tag here. We're just going to tack this down. I'm going to take my smaller black and white leaves and we're going to tuck it underneath that circle on this bottom corner, so it's almost trailing up a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my greeting and we're going to add this. I do need to add a small foam square under here. Upper portion we'll add some glue since this is going to be hanging on our tag here. And I'm going to finish it off with the butterfly. We have lots of butterflies to choose from. You can choose your favorite, but I'm just going to use one today. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue right at the base of the butterfly, fluffing up the wings here. Last but not least, we're going to bring in some Pinkfresh Studio, some new gems. These are clear with gold dust. I am in love with these gems. These are so pretty. And I'm just going to use my glue, and we're going to add some sparkle in our background. Okay, let's go ahead and fix that. I went ahead and raised my greeting up a little bit and raised my butterfly up, just for me a little bit more balance. And that finishes off my card today for Pinkfresh Studio. A little bit of flutter. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.